Hey folks, it's Brad here with this Surthrival black walnut protein powder. And I was about ready to do my review, and then I thought, wait, I should do a little bit more research. And so the research I did was to get my package of black walnuts that I had in the refrigerator and just compare the two. I was looking at the nutrition profiles to see like what's going on, how is this different than just like ground up black walnuts. Well, it's kind of like if you take a Cuisinart and you grind up peanuts, you end up with peanut butter and you get lots of oils. Well, I think that you'd get the same thing with walnut butter. I've gotten walnut butter before, and that's what you'd end up with. But this is a drier powder. It's like you take peanuts and make peanut butter powder. That's what this is. So it's not going to be like an oily, like a peanut butter type thing. It's like a protein powder. Okay, so that should be what you're looking for if you get this. And that helps to make sense of the cost as well. Because what they've done, if you look at the nutrition information, is their process to extract the protein leaves behind the fats and some of the flavor, of course, but it at least smells nice like black walnuts. If you've ever had them, not the same as regular walnuts. These are walnuts that they fall on the ground, and they have to be hand harvested, and it's very hard to get the pieces out. So the pieces always end up really small. It's not like the normal size walnut that you'd get. But yeah, it's like they say on here, naturally bold flavor. It's a bit cherry-like to me, and there's also a bit of bitterness, and that's something that's come through for me with this as well. A lot of people say it doesn't have much flavor. It doesn't have as much flavor as if you were to just eat black walnuts, but it does have some of that bitterness. So this goes into smoothies for me, care of my wonderful spouse, and so I've had to ask her to put a little more maple syrup in those smoothies though, or maybe make it a little more mango-y because I need to overcome a bit of that bitterness. And other people I don't think notice that as much, but that's how my palate's affected. So let's look at that nutrition. You've got the same serving size, which is a 1/4 cup or 30 grams for both of these. So you look at the top and you can see 110 calories there, and up here 190 calories for the same serving size. All right, so that's a big difference, and that's because of the fat. On this, on just the black walnuts, you have total fat 18 grams or 23% of your daily value. On this one, you got 2 grams or 3% of your daily value. That's how I know that they've taken out a bunch of the fat to make it a protein powder. Okay, makes sense. Proteins, 7 grams, protein, 17 grams. So, I mean, again, it's a protein powder. It's not just ground up, dried black walnuts. You may sense some bitterness, you may not, so you may need to have a sweetener with whatever you're putting this in. Maybe you want to try baking some bread with it, I don't know. But, I mean, I'm happy with it overall. Black walnuts are expensive on their own because they need to be hand harvested. So getting black walnuts and then also doing a process where you take out the fat to make it a protein powder, that adds some cost as well. So, I mean, around $50 as of today is it seems kind of steep for a pound of this, but I don't know, maybe it's on par with some of the other protein powders I've seen that are sort of specialty protein powders. So hopefully this tells you everything you need to know. There's the packaging. We'll get that nutrition stuff a little closer as well. All right, and I should tell you, the best before date is May 5th of 2020, or sorry, May 1st of 2024 on the bottom of mine, and that would be a little, about 1.5 years off from when I got this almost. So that's not too bad for one of these things. All right, take care, folks.